Welcome back to the MLG Modern Warfare 2 Pro Circuit Playoffs. I'm your host, Fliz. Alongside of me tonight, I've got Hastro. And guys, we are about to kick off Game 3 here shortly. But Hastro, Game 1 and Game 2, although very close, we saw Xtravagant pull out both of them. What's been going well for Xtravagant so far?
Well, you know, their teamwork is probably taking over at this point. Like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, you have Vex, who is a team of just extremely well-played individuals, you know, guys who can bring it anytime, but their teamwork, maybe not, it just may not be developed yet. So at this point, they just really kind of have to put it together and get some communication lines open and see what they can do to prevent Xtravagant from taking a 3-0 win right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was something we talked about earlier. VXD in the Pro Circuit number 2 ladder play, where they compete for seeding points, only played 5 games, 6 games as a team together. Although they are immensely talented as individual players, they might not have that chemistry, and it was something we were talking about. The other thing about VXD is something that they know and they have pointed out as a weakness. As they get behind in games, they start getting down, they get down on one another, they don't unleash their full potential, and they start getting frustrated easily. But on the flip side, Xtravagant, they don't get hyped up a lot, and they don't get that fire underneath them. However, they are a very mature team of individual players that have played in high level of competition on Call of Duty. So they know what it takes to win, and they know that breaking down communication lines never leads to anything positive. So these guys are very talented players and mature players to recognize these things. And I think that's what's really working out in Xtravagant's favor, other than obviously the amazing slaying being done by Big Timer and Sid Rock, and some great running we've seen by Rambo too.
Yeah, so, you know, this next round, it's going to be pretty crucial for Vex to kind of pick it up, and you know, your back's against the wall and you're facing elimination. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna, you know, go ahead and jump in the game here. And
yeah, please do. Please do. We're hanging out here. VXD guys, they were the favorites coming into this game, no doubt about it. No one counted Xtravagant out. Again, like I said, these are top 5 caliber teams here in the Pro Circuit playoffs. But VXD was the one favored to win here. But Xtravagant's proving against the odds there, as they've done well. We're going to be kicking it off on Scrapyard Demolition. Guys, Scrapyard Demolition is a high-octane shooting map. We are going to see just slaying being the heavy key here, much like we see in Capture the Flag, as players try to get in advantageous spots to get a bomb site plant on either A or B. Anytime you get a bomb site plant, it goes for a time extension, which is huge for each team. So you got to get a plant off, get the time extension. Remember, in order for a win to happen, for a round win in Demolition, you've got to go ahead and get a plant on both bomb sites, utilizing the time extension to get the other one. However, when it gets down to only one bomb site, it's a lot easier for the defense to go around, so we will have to see push after push of offensive slaying. So be careful of spawn traps on this map as we kick it off on Demolition Scrapyard. And Hastro, who do you want to go ahead and watch this time? Do we want to roll with Xtravagant since they've been hot?
You know, I'd actually like to switch over to Vex and check out Modi. He just posted a pretty bad score in that search and destroy, and I want to see if he can persevere and kind of come through that here in this Demolition game type.
Excellent. So VXD, guys, is going to be our bottom team. So let's go ahead and watch True Motivation, also known as Modi.
Yeah, and it looks like Modi's break right here. He's going to throw a Semtex over at the white truck, see if he can get that thing to pop. And he doesn't get any kills off of that. He's playing it patient, picks up a quick kill here on JCap. Really smart play. He's rocking the ACR now. And to me, it looks like he's a little more comfortable. He's going to make the move here to the I plane. He's going to try and make that jump. He doesn't make it. Looks like he's going to just kind of sit tight.
That's what it looks like when I try to get up on top of there, after I spend probably 2 minutes getting on top of there, and then I end up getting taken out. But they played a smart move there, anticipating the B rush. But however, with that B rush that they were getting ready for, they were VXD was already able to get a plan over. I'm sorry, Xtravagant was already able to get a plan off at A, so that might not have worked out with them, although they were able to stop that B rush early on. It looks like they've already got a bomb plan on A, and now VXD's got to get in there, and it looks like Xtravagant's already set up pretty well on A. Xtravagant is just coming up big right now. I mean, they're playing tough. They came to win, no doubt about it, after.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. You know, anytime you play Xtravagant, they have tons of experience. They're coming off their COD 4 National Championship win last season, and, you know, it doesn't look like they're kind of missing the beat here. They haven't been too prolific in events recently, but I think they're looking to change that right now. They're going to make sure that they get their name up on the board in Modern Warfare 2 again, and right now it looks like they're going to be a major competitor on the PlayStation 3.
Absolutely. Extravagant was really not a relevant team early on in Pro Circuit #1. You know, they just weren't what they were able to bring to the table this round coming into Pro Circuit #2. But I think Big Timer and Rambo, they're an excellent duo, mature players. They've teamed together since Call of Duty 4. I think the addition of an amazing support player like JCap and one of the top slayers in the game in Sidrock really changed the dynamic of the team.
Yeah, and you know, Sidrock is just an amazing player all around, and we've seen that throughout this broadcast all night long. And the only thing that you're going to have to worry about is just his communication with that team, and I think they're doing a great job right now. He's making the transition to their squad extremely well, and you know, I'm looking to see big things out of them. It's always going to be a tough match anytime you play Xtravagant now that they have this core team together.
I agree. Sidrock, he's a player that can get frustrated, especially when he starts getting killed. If you're listening to his communications line or you ever play with Sidrock, you'll know when things are going great, he's a lovely person to play with. But as he starts getting killed or is not doing as well, he gets very frustrated. But the nice thing about Xtravagant is they've got the players there that will balance him out and keep him calm. And I think Sidrock is just what Xtravagant needed, because he gives that team the capability to light the fire under that team and give them that fuel that they need to just get excited, get pumped, and stay in the lead. And I think that's what Sidrock brings to the table for Xtravagant, other than just his slaying position. And although they're having trouble getting beat, they've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds right now. VXD's doing a great job keeping off of them. But that's the thing about Scrapyard. That's the thing about Demolition too, even in particular. Bombs like these, hard to get, and it always favors the defense. So you've got to be that much better and play on that higher level of a caliber to try to push waves back, get that spawn delay, get that spawn trap, get the bomb site plan on B.
Yeah, and right now they're doing a great job. Vex is defending that B site. Modi, like I said, who I wanted to watch, is doing his job now. He's sitting at 10 and 8. He's positive, not negative, coming off that search game. He's going to make sure that was a fluke, and that's why I kind of wanted to check him out. He just goes down, and looks like we're with Mutation now. Modi just spawned back up. But yeah, Mutation is doing a great job. He's rocking the tar right now.
And I'm surprised. Actually, I was surprised he wasn't rocking it earlier, because in the championship, when he played with Influence in the online Pro Circuit #1 championship of the playoffs, he was just dominating caps with the tar. So I'm glad to see that he's brought that back out, because I think that guy can just wreak havoc with the tar. So we'll see what he's able to do for VXD with that weapon. And let's kick it over to Mutation and watch him on the player cam as he is prone, checking out bomb site B right now, just keeping an eye on it, make sure nobody's coming around from the A flank on the other side there.
Yeah, Mutation is playing extremely passive right now, and it really didn't work out for him. I knew that was kind of going to happen right there. Anytime you sit for more than 10 seconds in the same spot, you kind of lose that aggressive ability and the way that you can kind of get that shot off. And it looks like Big Timer's got him in the spawn trap right now, and that's not where you want to be. Xtravagant did a great job right there of setting up, and this is going to be really tough for Vex to come back from.
Big Timer is not somebody you want to be going against on white wall at Sidrock over right outside B. So with those two guys watching both sides of it is not okay for Team VXD right now. As Xtravagant did a lovely setup with the combination of Big Timer and the spawn trap on white wall, and Sidrock just keeping an eye over on the flame over here to make sure nobody comes in. And Big Timer is just going monster mode right now, as Circa almost got the defuse there. If you guys saw it, if you saw the player cam, he was literally a 1/10 of a second away from getting a sneaky defuse there, but he was not able to, and the dominance that we've seen from Xtravagant all night continues to shine through, as they are able to take a 1-0 lead here on Demolition. And now we're going to have to see what VXD can do with their backup against the wall. Do they come together as a team for the first time? Do they form together? Are they able to play against this adversity? Now's the time to find out. Now's the time to show the 1,000 viewers out there that are watching that they're a team that can come together in its final hour and pull back in here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds early on here. They're going to go for a bomb site A plant to get that time extension. And let's see what VX can do. As we switch over to Kryptonite, he was able to pick up a nice kill on Rambo that flew out there, and he was able to time it up and get a good kill. I've been impressed with Kryptonite. He is definitely a great player. He is one of the weaker players for Team VXD, but he's been handling his business tonight, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and right now, if you look at the scoreboard, Circa and Mutation are both putting up some pretty dismal numbers. But you know what I have to explain here is that Scrapyard Demolition is really a good, advantageous map on the defensive side. And the way you determine the third round in the case of a 1-1 tie is who has the most kills. And right now, it's looking like Xtravagant is posting up some big numbers. So in the case that Vex does get this down and manages to tie this 1-1, they're going to be on offense again next round. So they're really kind of digging themselves into the hole right now by not picking up their kills.
Right, absolutely, yeah. I mean, and that's what, although that's exactly like Steven said any better. Xtravagant has just been Slayer heavy this whole game, and not one person is negative right now for Team Xtravagant. While on the flip side of this situation, everybody but Modi is negative for VXD, so that's making the difference right now for both teams. With a minute and 20 seconds left, they got to get some kind of time extension. Mutation sees somebody there, and he was not able to pick up the kill. Gonna stay patient here, make sure nobody comes up as JCap and Big Timer take out Mutation and Modi. So this is looking dismal for VXD. These guys might not even pick up a game or a bomb site plan here right now. With a minute on the clock, they've got to at least get that A plan off to get a time extension, Astro.
Yeah, and Xtravagant is doing an amazing job of just kind of switching back and forth between and making the transition. Right now, it looks like we got a bomb plan at B by Mutation, really heads up play. Looks like they're going to get a defuse, yeah. So
that was sneaky beaver status.
Yeah, that was pretty sneaky.
That might give Modi some time to pop down here at A. If he can plop down and get a bomb site plan, that might have bought him the extra time he needed to get A off. And if they can set up on A and get that time extension, VXD is back in the game, and Modi was able to get that plan on to A as Rambo picks him up, but A is a lot easier for Team VXD to get in and get into that position to cover the bomb and make sure it gets blows up and gets planted and everything like that. As Mutation is in there, 30 seconds on the clock. After cutting it close, they might be able to get this one off. Sidrock moves in, takes out Mutation. Modi follows up and takes a kill on Sidrock. These guys got to stay on top of it. Kryptonite's going to get in there. JCap is a nice two-piece. Sidrock following up on Kryptonite, and they're probably going to get Xtravagant's going to get this defuse off. And there's 12 seconds left in the plant, and they do get the defuse off. So they're going to have 35 seconds. VXD is to get in there and get a plant, guys. This is game 3, VXD versus Xtravagant. Xtravagant is leading the series 2-0. If VXD cannot get a plant off, cannot get a time extension, they will lose game 3, and that will cause Xtravagant to move in with a 3-0 series lead and take the win.
Clutch nades!
Clutch nades everywhere, but VXD was able to get another plant off on A as Kryptonite was not able to set up on white wall. Let's see if Mutation is able to do the same thing here. Hanging out by the dumpster right outside A. 30 seconds on the clock. This time, they don't have any room for error. They've got to get this bomb off. No doubt about it. So Mutation hanging tight here. Gonna wait for him to come in, see somebody in his sights. A little bit sloppy shooting by Mutation. I do not understand why he is using the ump right now. He should have an ACR tar in his hand at all times. That's what he's deadly with. As Kryptonite has a nice kill on Sidrock and nice kill on JCap. Guys, those were clutch kills by Kryptonite to keep him in the game here. And if he can come up with one more there, they're gonna get this bomb off, no doubt about it. So
yeah, they got really clutch right there. Really clutch.
And they needed to. They waited till last second to get clutch, and that's exactly what they needed. So now all they have is 2 minutes. They get the time extension of 2 minutes for that successful bomb plant. But they don't have much time because they only got that bomb A plant with 13 seconds left. So they started with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. They've got to act quick, and they've got to get in that slaying position, come together as a team right now. They've got no room for error, and let's see if they can move in here. Xtravagant starting to get a little fluster here. They've got to play some aggressive defense on B for the next minute and 48 seconds if they're going to win this match here.
Yeah, and they're doing that pretty effectively right now. Mutation just picks up 2 really nice kills right there. He's going to push in. This is going to be a close match, Wiz. This is going to come down to the wire here on Demolition Scrapyard.
It absolutely is. It's been down to the wire this entire game here on Scrapyard Demolition. Mutation sneaking around in the back. Rambo was able to take out Kryptonite before Mutation got him. Mutation just turned on the light switch and is going on fire right now, but he did throw a Semtex over the wall. But if he can keep up this speed, stay outside the spawn, keep him out with the Ravnica, he is. And JCap takes out Mutation. That's all right. They're setting up in position to get the plant off now. They just got to do it as Big Timer from Red takes out Kryptonite. You got to get Big Timer out of Red if you're going to get a plan off. He's a dominant Slayer. You cannot afford to have him back there slaying. The Mutation's going to have to go again, not get frustrated. You can take him out. JCap playing nice there, anticipated the coming into the warehouse. Was able to take him out with a nice clean spot shot. They've got 48 seconds left to get in here. VXD's got to come up big, guys. They've got, like I said, no room for air. And Kryptonite's going to stay prone. They're close to beat, but not close enough to push them back and get into that bomb plant yet. Astro.
Yep, there's 2. That's 3 down. That's all down right now for Xtravagant. Vex is coming up really big in the moment. The only thing that can stop him right now is a clutch nade. Modi comes up big That's anticipation for you right there. Modi threw the nade that actually took out the entire, or took out 2 players from Xtravagant. They got that bomb plan off, and they're in great position right now.
Astro, that was smart gameplay by VXD. They knew they pushed the spawn at the warehouse, so they knew to anticipate where the new spawn would be. Modi had a nice Semtex to take out them spawning. Kryptonite came up on ramp, took out another, and that might make the difference here. But now they're behind the lines. They got to get back.
This is going to be really close. This is going to be really close.
And
looks like Xtravagant got the advantage
Modi was
here.
able to clear off Sidrock that was going for the defuse.
Here comes the nade from Kryptonite.
Oh, he didn't get it off.
Didn't get it off.
Oh, I don't know, guys.
Oh,
They didn't
J-Cap.
get it. VXD came up huge to get the defuse, and J-Cap, I was not sure who was able to get that clutch defuse. Was it J-Cap, Astro?
No, J-Cap actually, he blocked off the spawn right there and made sure that no nades were coming, and there he goes. He goes down by mutation, but that was all J-Cap right there. There were going to be 3 or 4 nades coming flying from the Vex spawn, but J-Cap managed to pick them all off before they got a nade off, and looks like Xtravagant's going to take this one, Fwiz.
Guys, I cannot believe it. I will not lie to you. I called VXD to win this matchup, and I couldn't have been more wrong as Xtravagant comes up to win it 3-0 in the series. Guys, there's not one person that would have predicted a 3-0 sweep by Xtravagant, but congratulations to them on their win. What do you think did it for them there on Game 3 Scrapyard?
You know, every single one of these games, Fwiz, was extremely close. We had a 2-2 tie in the first capture the flag, replayed it, and it came down to 1-0. The Karachi Search and Destroy, 4-3. And then finally here in the Scrapyard Demolition, although Xtravagant managed to win it 2-0, that was just an extremely close match all the way around. It was a really exciting game to watch, and a lot of clutch moments we had there. So, you know, I'm satisfied watching that myself, and I hope everybody else out there is also.
I certainly was as well. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Astro and I will be in the booth to bring you the post-game show. We're going to talk a little bit about what we saw tonight as you were watching the Modern Warfare 2 Pro Circuit playoffs, where we just saw Xtravagant pick up a 3-0 win over VXD. Like I said,